We continue to track breaking news out of Killeen tonight, where earlier today a middle school student was stabbed to death on campus.
And moments ago, the superintendent, Dr. Joanne Fay, addressed the community. Let's hear what she had to say in the entirety of it.
Good evening to the Killeen Independent School District community. My name is Dr. Joanne Fay, Superintendent of Schools. I just landed from an out-of-state trip in Austin about an hour ago, and I wanted to make sure that I took this time tonight to ensure our families and our communities, our students and our staff, that we are doing everything in our means to ensure that we continue to run safe and productive schools at Killeen ISD. A bit about the incident today. At about 11:25 a.m., an altercation between two students at Roy J. Smith Middle School broke out. It resulted in one student that was stabbed. The injured student was transported to Darnell Army Community Hospital, where she tragically succumbed to her injuries. The suspect, also a student, was quickly apprehended by the KISD police and is currently still in custody at Bell County Juvenile Detention Center. The school immediately went into a lockdown to ensure the safety of all the students and staff. The campus remained in lockdown as about 1,100 students were loaded onto buses taken to Manna Church in a reunification process that began at that time. We are thankful for our partners, the Killeen Police Department, the Killeen Fire Department, our first responders, and Manna Church. Thank you to our families for your patience and your cooperation during this difficult time. It is times like this that our community's strength and support for one another are what will guide us forward.
Was Dr. Joanne Fay, Killeen ISD Superintendent, and our very own anchor, Adriana Alexander, was sitting in on that press conference. Adriana, you join us now. What did you find out in that press briefing?
Well, Bailey and Lindsay, she didn't give much information, but she sent a lot of condolences to the families that were impacted by this situation, as well as parents that had to go to that area to pick up their kids, and the kids that had to, relive this situation and go through this situation. So again, she didn't give that much information, but there is a board meeting happening tomorrow morning, and most of it will likely be closed, but they will likely be discussing what happened this morning. And again, those condolences given to those families from the superintendent, Dr. Joanne Fay, in hopes that they can, rectify what happened and also make sure that everyone is okay after what transpired this morning. In Killeen, Adriana Alexander, 6 News.
Adriana, thank you. I know that was a very quick turn tonight. She just arriving back from Austin, so thank you for being able to bring that to our viewers.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Adriana. And as the superintendent mentioned, they talked about that background, but we want to dive a little deeper into what happened. The 14-year-old girl was taken to a medical facility on Fort Cavazos, where she died after that stabbing on campus. The suspect, also a 14-year-old female student, was quickly apprehended by police and taken into custody. Students at Roy J. Smith Middle School will not return to school until after spring break, with classes resuming on Monday, March 24th. Now, regular classes will continue as normal at all other Killeen ISD campuses.
Now, as we've reported, parents were reunified with their children at a nearby church, but they were frustrated about learning of the incident via social media and not being able to contact their children directly because of Killeen's cell phone policy. Here's what some parents told 6 News while waiting to pick up their kids.
I entrust them every single day to make sure that my child is safe when he's not with me, and they failed us today.
I seen that there was a lockdown on Facebook, but I didn't know anything about it. Then I tried to reach out to my son, but I couldn't because his phone was locked in his bag. So I had to just follow what people were saying on Facebook and where it was going. And then we got the reunification.
Concerns, but on what happened, and I was just trying to figure out, what was going on, because we never really found out what's going on. Just got the email to come and pick them up. I was just wondering if everybody's safe, and did everybody get out, at a promptly time, or I'm just here to try to figure out what's going on and get my kid and make sure they're safe.
They informed us wasn't right either.
Yeah.
We didn't get a message as far as a phone call or anything like that. It was just emailed. But the news apparently knew what was going on before the parents did, and I just think that's outrageous.
How did you learn about what happened?
My kids. Yeah, the school was not really good at informing us about what's going on, so.
Well, tonight we know the Killeen ISD Board of Directors has called that special meeting for 8 a.m. tomorrow. According to their agenda, the board will consult with their attorney and discuss security personnel and devices. They'll be providing an update on the incident and discuss plans for Smith Middle School in the following week, following the loss of life at that school. Now, we'll be at the board meeting in the morning, and of course, we'll bring you coverage of that.
Well, meanwhile, counselors and support services will be available for students and staff when students return from spring break. But if your child needs immediate support, counselors will be available from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. for the rest of the week at the Jackson Professional Learning Center that is in Killeen.
We also want to mention tonight, Killeen's mayor, Debbie Nash King, released a statement on the stabbing, saying in part, quote, "The city of Killeen stands with our students, teachers, and parents as they process this heartbreaking event. We understand that this incident has shaken our schools and our entire community. I want to assure the residents of Killeen that our police department, in coordination with Killeen ISD police, are conducting a thorough investigation."
And this is a developing situation, so we'll keep you updated, especially after that school board meeting tomorrow. We know there's a lot of questions that parents are looking to have answered. So.